Hey guys, day 2 is about to begin, and I wanted to quickly just give you a little bit of an overview of my account, just so you guys can kind of understand where things are and get a peek into what the top whales type of accounts are going to look like, just so you can kind of feel like, oh, okay, well, I'm getting close to that, so maybe you'll feel a little bit motivated, or you'll be like, oh, okay, if a whale can't do it, I'm glad that I'm not the only one struggling. Also, I wanted to just showcase that I can finally showcase the game, so yay, let's get into it. And today, we're really going to be focusing on preparing you for day 2. One thing I want to point out is a lot of people were saying that I was not going to be following my own tips, but as you see here, the only characters that I'm adding are because I'm a whale, and I didn't include them because I know that you probably don't have them, are characters like Heinrich and Beoten, which we use, but pretty much other than that, you can see I am actually myself raising Sonya. I'm using Ramolka, I'm using Freya, every single one of these, despite the fact that I have literally every single character in the game. So I could do whatever I want, but I still think this is the best route for consistency to start off your adventure in Etheria Restart. So that's just one thing I wanted to quickly get out of the way. Secondly, where am I currently? So just so you guys can understand, if you are able to get to this point, you're in a very good spot, but you should not get to this point because you probably are not whaling. But if you are whaling, then great for you. Welcome to the club. So first, your guild should probably be able to kill by tomorrow this boss. You know, there's very few guilds that are able to kill the boss on day 1. You need to have a really powerful guild to do it. So that's the first thing. Secondly, you should be around level 18. If you are not going to be pushing for arena, you should not be using your stability pots. If you are going to be pushing arena, you should be using your stability pots up until you hit level 50, because that is going to give you the best bang for your buck. The main reason why is because right now we don't actually know when, but there will most likely be a ×2 event because we saw it in the CBT. With that being the case, we don't know if it's going to come out in 2 weeks. We don't know if it's going to come out in 3 weeks or 3 months from now. So there's a little bit of a risk, but you're only going to be behind about 2 levels in the long-term scheme of things. You'll maybe be about a day behind in the early couple of days, but honestly, it doesn't make that big of a difference, because if you really want to be safe, you can pop these until you get to level 35, which will unlock you Nico Nana. So this way you're never behind on shells, which are always the most important thing for your early progression experience. Because if you're behind on a bunch of shells, then you will feel that disadvantage of not popping your stability pots. It's really up to you to decide, am I pushing? Great. Pop them. Do I want to feel like I can at least match people, but I also want to be somewhat semi-efficient? Then pop them until level 35. If you are trying to say, hey, I'm not going to push, I'm going to take it slow, I'm going to scale well, I'm going to min-max, don't be afraid to just save these and hold on to it. Secondly, if you want to get all the pots on day 1, you need it to be smart. And so if you haven't already done this, you definitely should, but go to your challenges, and this is actually a great thing to do. Make sure to do your events. If you are not doing everything that is available to you in Etheria Restart, you are at a disadvantage. It doesn't matter if you're free to play, a light spender, or a whale. You have to do everything. Just try your best. Phantom Theater, Anti-Sync Gecko, just try your best. Doesn't matter how far you get. So you can see here, I can go into this event, and what you should have been aiming for is to hit this guy right here, who's 6 after the go. And the way you can guarantee him is as you go through this board, you are going to collect these little special dice that if you click, you can then select. In this case, you could, if you're on go, you could collect 6, and then this will guarantee that you can get this guy. He is a black market, so you can use some gems, and he has a stability pot. So you'll want to make sure at some point that you get to that, and you definitely do it. And if you're going to buy from the shop, I highly recommend valuing the evolution lattice first, the red shadow print, orange shadow print, and purple shadow print, and then finally get the anima prototype, because you're always going to get those pulls eventually. Most likely, you really don't need any specific character to progress in this game. As you saw from my guide, there's plenty of characters to work with in SR that you will get over time. So definitely don't be afraid to just hold out, get the resources that are going to help you improve the quality of the cast that you have now, and then scale later. And after you buy all these exchangeable limited time ones, from here, it's really up to you what you want to buy, depending on what you want. I actually recommend buying EXP simply due to the fact that when you're spending your energy, your stamina, it is a lot more efficient to be farming stuff like farming the GP outposts. They're just better value, training data. Like this is stuff that you can farm very, very efficiently, but XP is the least efficient thing to farm in the game. I would recommend that for your excess that you dump it into XP, because additionally, if you are and you haven't already, make sure that for the cubic game that you do it, there's a tutorial, and then you get to actually play the game for the day. So don't skip out on that. you're going to want to reroll and see if you can hit a Doki. I didn't get that, but you're going to want to stack them and then try to use these boosts to multiply them to get the highest star level you can. Aim for only maxing out one, not trying to spread it out. This way you can try to hit the red, because the red is where you get a chance at really, really good rewards. So that is something that you want to keep in mind. In this case, I prioritized shell XP, like shell raising material, because I did not hit it. I think that shadow plates are also a good option if you want. So Bayotin and Rahu, and also like Shiata, these type of ones, these symbols right here, they are going to be the best bang for your buck. Also, in terms of progression, you're probably wondering, what am I going to start farming? Because at this point, you probably feel like pretty okay about where you are on your account if you're able to clear everything. Because as you can see here, even though I have not really fully raised my Remolka, I still am able to clear Doki Doki. I'm still able to clear Teramaton very well. And I'm also able to clear all the shell bosses so far. And my my Hyperlink charter is fully up to date. I can't progress unless I am a certain level and unlock something. So I'm just waiting for those. And once I get to those, I will be prioritizing doing my hyperlink charter. After that, I'm going to prioritize my shells. As you see, I prioritize my shells. They're fully there. They're even fully ascended just because I had the luxury of getting pretty lucky and being able to farm more stuff than I normally would have. But if you get unlucky, you don't need to ascend these. You just need to get them up to level 30. And I have that for every single character. Have that as well on Mio and whatnot. So yeah, just something to keep in mind. Obviously this owl is just there because I move it between Sanya and her. So I have 5 really good shells right now, all for my DPSs and even for my supports, fully maxed out. I'm not reconfiguring these because remember, if you reconfigure these, even if you hit a good one like this, I got lucky and got this, you don't need it. And pretty much if you waste resources here, you don't get them when you sell these and when we're upgrading to the shells that we're going to get on day 3. After I did that, I made sure that every single one of my prowess were up to date. You can see here, all of these are fully up. In this case, my gray is level 155. My Leanne, I have been investing into this and I would get this maxed out later after I get my Remolka, and then after I get this maxed out, I will be investing into this. I did invest into this one just because the multiplier did help a little bit with clearing content, so a little bit inefficient for me on that part, just because I wanted to push a little bit further than I could have normally. So yeah, but as you can see, every single one of my guys other than this are fully stacked out on their flat stats. Even my supports, they just don't have their S1s, and I have that for everyone, even for Mio and all of this. After that, if you already have all your shells maxed out, your characters are good, pretty much it's up to you what you want to do, but I would highly recommend farming your modules, because as you progress through your hyperlink charter, it's going to give you some quests here to like raise modules, like this one right here, which says get them fully equipped with modules, and this one is raise them to level 9. I would prefer that my modules that I'm raising are really good ones. So as you can see, this is my first 15 that I have on the account because it's a free one that they give you from completing the anti-sync echoes, and this is a really, really good one. I got pretty lucky with rolling crit rate as well, so this will probably stay with me all the way until I'm starting to farm Inferno, to be honest with you. Outside of that, unless it's like pink and really good like this one, everything else all plus 12. Weird, right? And then if it's below gold, I don't even go beyond plus 9, and you can see I've done this for every single one. Also, quick update about the Google Doc. Thank you guys so much for all the support. Actually crazy how many people have been coming to the channel for it, so I want to really just say thank you for that. I added links to multiple copies. There was so much traffic that was unexpected. Now you should be able to go and make a copy. Just please, if you do go make a copy, leave the spreadsheet afterwards so other people can come in and make a copy for themselves as well. Don't just hoard and camp on it. It really hurts everyone else. So thank you again for all that support, and just keep that in mind. Day 2 TLDR is you're going to continue what you've been finishing off at the end of day 1, farming up your shells and doing your hyperlink charter as it unlocks. Make sure your prowess materials are up to date, and then go ahead and farm your Doki Dokis, your Terramatons, whatever you prefer to try to gear up. I highly recommend prioritizing your DPS first though, because your DPSs are going to allow you to actually clear the rest of your content, because a lot of the time it's just stat checks. And make sure, don't miss out, progress as far as you can, get these nice first time rewards because these are really good, and just progress from there. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all